Greetings, programs. My name is Wretch, and I'd like to welcome you to another Vampire the Masquerade Clan Quiz. Many moons ago, I took the first version of this test here on Paradox's website among all of the clans that you could play at the time in V5, and ended up getting the Hecata, or Hakata, I still don't know how it's pronounced. That was very interesting to me, but now we have a new version of this quiz out because a little game's going to be coming out soon that a lot of us are really excited about, myself included. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. It is finally happening. It's been 84 years. But I'm very excited about it, and it looks like we get to choose who will be out of these 6 clans. We got the Ventru, the La Sombra, the Toreador, the Tremere, the Banu Hakim, and the Bruja. So let's go ahead and take the quiz here. And I already know what clan I'm going to be playing when we start our playthrough of VTM Bloodlines 2, but I love these personality quizzes, so let's do it. Question 1 of 11. Congratulations, you are a vampire. But who would make you into a vampire? Someone who valued my wit and intelligence? Someone who valued my charisma and people skills? Someone who thought I'm just and honorable? Someone who appreciated my independent spirit? Someone who believed I'm destined to something bigger? Or someone who wanted to break me? All these are kind of egotistical in a way. I would say, but that's kind of what vampires are, really. I'm not going to say my wit and intelligence. That's kind of eroded as I've gotten older. Charisma and people skills, nope. Just and honorable? I would like to think so. But out of all of these, it's probably my independent spirit. So let's go ahead and choose that one. You've heard of a distant city in turmoil. What would be your reason to travel there? It's a clear opportunity to gain influence and power. I'd like to document and research the events while they're still taking place. So much knowledge in one place. People who live there may need my support. If I have means to help, why wouldn't I? Or D, I'm not exactly welcomed in the place I reside. A change of scenery would do me well. I think for me personally, it would be a choice between B and D. I would like to go somewhere and just kind of bear witness to stuff going on. So document and research for sure. I already know what clan I'm going to get just based on these 2 answers. A vampire needs to feed. How do you lure people off the streets to the dark alleys where you can safely bite? I seduce them with my charm and looks? No. Have you seen me? I provoke them with insults, making them chase me in rage. I scare them and chase them into the dark corners like a monster from their nightmares. I command them to follow me. They better listen. I avoid direct contact. Instead, I observe, waiting for the good moment to strike. That would probably be best, so let's choose E. A group of younger vampires hunts you for your blood. How do you deal with them? Directly, hands-on, no bullshit. Someone hasn't been beaten up for a while, and it shows. I make a pretty face and convince one of them to do the dirty work for me. These weren't his real friends anyway. I have just the right spells and curses for the likes of them. Hope they like their blood boiling in their veins. Gee, I wonder whose clan that answer fits best. I eliminate them silently and with no trace. They won't even know when it happens. I single them out one by one, playing with them like a cat and mouse before I deal the final strike. I command them to snap their own necks or fight in between themselves as I let out a tired sigh. Such petty things are beyond my interest. I would say, personally for me, it would be either A, or let's take the Michael Myers approach. Let's single them out one by one. I think Mikey would appreciate that. Enemies in a room ahead. How do you approach them? I start with a careful examination of my surroundings and vantage points, crafting the plan in my head before I strike. I focus on people. Is there anyone just standing by themselves that could be an easy prey? Can I separate them to my advantage? I march right in, knowing they're about to regret they were ever born. Alright, chums, let's do this. Leroy Bruja. Let's go, I would definitely go with A. You involved yourself in the local politics and ended up in a room where Prince debates with their court. How do you act there? With proper decorum and etiquette. Politics are my second nature anyway. Bored and disillusioned? Politics are bullshit. I read people and try and act in a way that'll score me more points in their eyes. Everything is easier when people like you. I observe the room carefully, figuring out who is the strongest and weakest. Allying with the ones most likely to stay in power is crucial to one's survival. Depends on the debate. If I feel strongly about the opinions presented, I will stop myself from voicing it loudly. That actually, as I've gotten older though, B seems the most enticing to me, but I think realistically it would be E. Gotta pick your battles. Who are you most likely to ally with? Those at the top of the ladder, those who look up to me, those who entertain me, those with the same ideals, those I can learn something from. Probably those with the same ideals. This is actually kind of tilting toward Bruja, I feel. You're on a kindred gathering, eyeing the crowd. Who do you approach? An elegant man in a suit who greets everyone with a smirk, seemingly knowing everyone present? An absent-minded artist contemplating the sculpture in the dark corner of the room? A huge biker dude who looks totally out of place in the posh surroundings? A mysterious guy hugging the wall with his hood on, eyeing everyone present? A lively old woman browsing the Elysium's library, vigorously making notes while everyone else is socializing? A woman in black clothes sticking to the shadows, sending you angry looks whenever you walk past her? If I approach anyone, I would definitely approach the lively old woman browsing the Elysium's library. Mysterious guy seems to kind of want to keep to himself. She doesn't want to be dealt with. Huge biker dude? No, not really. Maybe the absent-minded artist, though. Ooh. Well, if she's making notes, I don't want to disturb her. Maybe the contemplation, though, we could disturb. Let's go with the absent-minded artist. Walking through the streets, you're constantly surrounded by mortals. What do you think of them? They're just means to an end. Sustenance. They help me fight boredom at times. Reminiscing of my own mortality is a pleasant distraction. Some of them are as guilty as the monsters who inhabit our courts. All assholes were mortals once. I feel bad for the sheep, despite being a wolf. It's tragic they don't even know I hunt them. Man. That's the Toreador answer right there. Maybe some of them are as guilty as the monster who inhabit the courts. I wouldn't see them as just a means to an end. Let's go with C. You look down at the snowy city from a tall rooftop. In the streets below you, you see opportunity, retribution, inspiration, information, or filth. So whenever I don't live in a big city, but whenever I do go to a big city, I always sense opportunity. There's so much to do and so many things that you can get yourself into, both good and bad, that you don't get in a town the size that I live in. So I would say opportunity, which could be good or bad depending on your character, you know? Eternity is a long struggle. What keeps you going? Hope that I can actually make a change, a certain someone or something I chase, ambition, curiosity, or spite. And I would definitely say if I was immortal, the thing that would keep me going would be curiosity. Try and figure out all the things. Oh, wow. Banu Hakim. Playable clan, assassins, mediators, and lawmen. Celerity, blood sorcery, and obfuscate. Cursed with a thirst for the blood of other vampires, the Banu Hakim stalk the knights as judges and lawbringers. To this end, most Banu Hakim adhere to a strict code of conduct, derived from law, faith, or personal ethics, sating their hunger on those that breach these convictions. That's quite interesting, because I would bet I would have gotten Tremere, and I basically got their antithesis, which back in the old 3rd edition and 20th anniversary edition, which is my bread and butter, these are the Assamites, who had a huge blood feud in every literal and figurative sense of the word with the Tremere. But that's interesting. I wonder how they got to that conclusion. We scroll down here, we've got the trailer and all the normal stuff for the game coming out. Cool. Well, alright guys, I will go ahead and leave a link to this quiz in the description below. Go ahead and take the quiz yourself if you haven't already. You may be surprised with the answer that you get. But we do have this game coming out soon. You guys know I'm going to be playing it, so stay tuned. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 will be out before you know it. But I hope you all have enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help, and we'll see you in the next video. Later days, everyone.